Okay, this is this is David StarrTouch. Okay, I have got to show you the creepiest feature that has been introduced in the web world ever. Okay, thank you NVIDIA for providing entertainment that I hope is absolutely never used. Okay, right now I've been looking at the camera. Webcams are not designed to be looked at directly. You're supposed to be looking at the screen, and then they kind of match you at that angle. I have turned on NVIDIA's eye contact thing is what they call it. And now I'm going to just start looking around the room, and you're going to see it's good. Like, it works, but it is creepy AF. All right, so I'm now actually looking over on a second screen in the corner. And now I'm looking at actually a completely separate screen. And I'm just going to come back and look at this screen. And now I'm going to be looking over here. I do have the little thing framing me so you can kind of see where I'm going. And just kind of looking up here above the monitor. Now at a camera that I'm not using, it's above the monitor too. And now at the camera. But if I'm looking down at the screen, this is how most of us are actually going to be looking. We're going to look at the screen in the center. We'll be talking. Yeah, this is really fantastic. Yes, Bob. I'm gonna give you the money for your project, Bob. I think, Bob, that you've got something really special going on here, Bob. I was noticing myself clipping the microphone for a second. It said I've got some auto clipping things, Bob, and now I'm looking at the time, Bob, on the bottom corner of the screen, and I'm thinking you're running over your time, and I'm going back and forth. Now it's 41 degrees outside, Bob. It is 41, sunny in Boulder, Colorado. In the sun, it probably feels a little warmer, Bob. And now I'm just checking out my audio levels. I'm looking down at the audio levels, and I've been recording for a whole 2 minutes and 17 seconds, Bob. Not using a lot of CPU. Now I'm looking directly at myself on the screen, and it looks like maybe it's starting to figure it out, Bob. Yeah, I'm looking at myself in the picture of the screen, Bob, and now as it adjusts the thing forward, and we're just going to turn that off, Bob, okay? We're going to go just like that. And now I'm just looking at the screen, like center, Bob. I'm staring at you, Bob. You. I'm looking at you, Bob. Bob, we've got a problem. And when I talk to you like this, Bob, now granted, this is a little more slouchy. Bob, you're telling me things I don't really believe you. I don't want to hear you. And I'm going to look at the side of the screen over here. I'm now looking at the right side of my screen of the monitor, Bob, because that's where your data is, and it's wrong, Bob. Now I'm going to look at the other side of the screen. These are where all your labels are, Bob, and they're color-coded, and they look like a unicorn threw up on my spreadsheet. Yeah, Bob. All over. Okay? All over. Bob, I think we need to talk about your categories too. Okay, Bob. We need to have a conversation. I'm now going to move my gaze, Bob, down to the bottom of the start menu, and we're going to look at your browser history. Okay, Bob? This is your work browser history. Yeah? Now I'm at the center of the screen. And let's open up this browser history, Bob. Let's see. We've got sugardaddy.com on company time. Is there a timestamp on here, guys? IT, I'm looking at you. Is there a timestamp on this? Can we see when he was looking at sugardaddy.com? Was this during a meeting? Really, when Jessica was given a presentation. Jessica's giving a presentation, and Bob's looking at sugardaddy.com. What else you been looking at, Bob, during presentations? What about when I was talking, Bob? Yeah, I don't even want to know the websites. All right, guys. Someone else look at the browser history. In the meantime, let's get you HR up here and start having a sensitivity training so Bob can learn how to have some eye contact that's not creepy. Okay, I'm looking at a second monitor now. All right, Bob? So you've been missing a lot of work. Yeah, Bob. We can't really handle this anymore. We believe that you've been working with the Russians. You've been providing information through sugardaddy.com about our business with the Russians. Now, granted, we work in a very interesting field. What do we do again? I don't know. But Bob, I'm sure the Russians don't need to know when I'm looking at the center of the screen and talking to you about our businesses. Okay. All right, now let's see what this looks like. I'm going to post this regardless, and I hope you found it entertaining and ridiculous as I did. NVIDIA, I don't know, maybe like take the camera and drop it down if it looks like I'm like, can you figure out where my eyes are? And then drop it down. Or is the AI doing that? Now I'm like looking at the center of the screen. I'm looking at this logo right here. So if that helps. On the center of the screen, I've got the camera up. That probably doesn't help. But that's the center of my screen is where the logo is. Okay.